Hey guys, what is up? You're watching Play Dirty, and this is going to be a quick video about how to hotkey a Zerg. So, basically, to begin with, you want to have just about all of your hatcheries under one hotkey. This is how most players do it. I hear there are some players who play with one hatchery per hotkey so they can quickly reach each one. However, I suggest for beginning you should at least just keep all of your hatcheries under one hotkey, because that way you can just select all of your larvae just like that. Next thing you want to do is every time you build a queen, you want to add your queen to a control group as well. I keep mine under 2, and also instead of just using control plus a key to hotkey your things, you can also do shift plus that number, and then it'll add that guy to the hotkey group as well. So the next thing is whenever you're building something, you don't want to use the F2 key to select all of your army units. So the question is, how do I get all my guys into the proper hotkey groups without using the F2 key? And so what you want to do is, I'm going to hold down Z. Oh, well, I need to make some overlords really quick. So after we make the overlords, we'll do that. But basically, if you control click something inside of the menu, then you can select only units of that type. So basically, if I wanted to add like 5 overlords to group 4, then I can do control click on these eggs, and then I can do shift 4, and it adds all those guys to the group 4, so then I can tell them where to go, and I can just access them later, double click F4, go to them too. And so basically, if we wanted to do this with, let me drone up really quick. So now I have all my drones on here, and I don't want my drones to go into my hotkey group if I want to make army units, so I'll just hit 1 again and hit S, and I'll hold Z, make Zerglings, and then I'll control 3 of these guys because I want them to replace those old guys, because I keep all my my ground army units on control 3. Now, the other thing you want to do is, if you have a group of Vipers, you probably want them in a different group. You want to have them in like like I keep my Vipers under 5 or 4, depending on like which other units I have. But yeah, you want to keep your Vipers in a different group so that you can use all their abilities without having to, because it'll only show one unit's abilities. And so also, if I have Banelings, in general what people do is they keep their Banelings in the ground army group. So like I would keep Roaches in there too. I just made Roaches and added them to the control army group. Excuse me. And the thing is, you want to add your Banelings also to another group though, so that if I send all these guys here, then I can just micro my Banelings and tell them to walk into the enemy army, because if they walk into the enemy army, then you're going to waste that much damage on your Banelings as well, or well, from the enemy on your Banelings. So they'll have to attack the Banelings so that they don't reach them. But not only that, but you can just walk them right into the army, and then the army will blow itself up basically and waste damage on them. What else? You also definitely want to keep your Mutalisks in a different group. But what most players do is basically they keep their Hydras, their Roaches, and their Zerglings in one group, and then they keep other units with abilities in separate groups. So like Corruptors would have a group, the Vipers would have a group, Ultralisks would also be with Hydralisks and Roaches, of course, and Banelings would stay with ground army units, but they would be in a separate key binding like we just said. And Mutas, of course, would have their own group because you're supposed to micro them back and forth. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you like this, and subscribe for more stuff like this. Thanks for watching.